Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this series, we are talking about career breaks. How can women prevent it possibly? How can they prepare themselves to take it if it's inevitable? What can they do to stay motivated and relevant so that when they are ready to get back into full-time employment, it doesn't matter how long they've been on the break, 2, 3, in my case it was 6 years, you will be able to transition easily because you stayed informed during your career break and you did the things necessary to enable you transition into full-time employment or entrepreneurship when the time comes. So today we will be talking about things to do before you take that career break. I'll be sharing 2 things you should do before deciding to go on that career break, and 1 thing you can do if the other 2 fail. Again, I am not advocating for women to go on a career break. It's a decision that only you can make for yourself. There are things that you should think about before going on a career break. Your finances is top on that list. If I take this career break, how am I going to support myself? Does my family need my income? Will one income be able to sustain my family? Do you have some trust fund somewhere? These are the things that you should think about before going on a career break. Okay, so you've decided to go on a career break. You're sure, double sure that you are going. You have nothing to lose anymore. So here are 2 things you should do. First, go to your HR, go to your manager and ask them for flexible work hours. I'm ready to come back on my maternity leave. Can I have flexible work hours? If I was working full-time, can I work remotely? Does my kind of job, does my role allow for me to work remotely? Have conversations with your supervisor, with your HR on what childcare policies are available in your workplace. I think that's something you should do. So that's 1. Now, if they say, no, you have to come back full-time, 9 to 5, non-negotiable. Here's your second thing you should try out, and that is ask them if you can work on specific projects for the company for a few hours a day and get paid just for that. So this would mean that you might not be earning as much as you used to, but you won't be earning 0. However, you will still be working in the company, gaining the experience that you need and earning some money for an hour or 2 every day. That's about 7 or 8 hours a week and get paid for it. That's an option. Then, if it's no for these 2 options, what's your third option? This was the option that I took because the first 2 failed. I took my job description, which was marketing communications, and turned it into a consulting service or consulting services for SMEs. And guess what? When I went to my manager, who was the owner of the company at that time, I told him that, sir, I'm leaving. And he said, Nkechi, what are you going to be doing at home? You strike me as a very ambitious woman. What would you be doing at home? I don't think you'll be fulfilled and all of that. I said, I've started a company. My company is a marketing communications company. He said, really? That's your company should send me a proposal. And guess what? That was how my former employer at that time became my first big client. So I did this even before my child came, before I got pregnant. Within my first month of doing my consulting service, I was even earning more than I did while I was working full-time. So I think one of the things that you should do during this time also is to determine how much you need to sustain yourself and your family if you are contributing. So let's take, for example, what you need is $2,000 to sustain yourself and your family during your career break. If you are converting your role, your responsibilities are working to a consulting services, how many businesses can you afford to offer these services to based on the time that you have as a mom? Remember, that's now your primary responsibility, right? because of your peculiar situation. So if it's 2 clients, if it's 3 clients that I can take on comfortably while also being my child's primary caregiver, can you find clients that will pay you $1,000 each for your services? That way you are still doing some work, building on your experiences, leveraging your experiences, growing in your career, in your field, while earning some money. Did you find these tips useful? Let me know in the comment section, and also share your own experiences in the comment section if you've taken a career break and how you were able to sustain yourself financially during that time. Don't forget to subscribe and share with any mom you know who would need this. Thank you. Bye.